Welcome to Rick's Corner, brought to you by Old School Labs, the brand I trust and the only one I put my name to. Use my code DRASIN12 on the link below.
Welcome to Rick's Corner. The man, the myth, the legend. Now on with the show.
He formulated this product and it was absolutely incredible. He mixed creatine and protein together when people were saying, "Yeah, forget it. That's not going to work together." Today, what are they doing? They're mixing creatine with whey protein.
Yeah,
it's creatine, whey protein, and glutamine with lipoic acid. It's very, very low in calories. It's 6 grams of sugar, and the sugar is fructose because you do want that real burst of energy real quick, and it draws everything right into the system real fast. But it's only 6 grams. You're not going to get fat from that. This is probably, I think, still one of the best creatine products on the market. And if people are interested, they can go to my website, billgrant.net. They can go to bodybuilding.com. They go to my website. So you just click on the website on the front page. They go down to the left-hand side on the bottom.
You're on bodybuilding.com?
I sell the product through bodybuilding.com. Good,
because that's one of my favorite websites. As you can tell, wearing their shirt right now.
Right. Matter of fact, I always have a lot of their shirts. I should have bought one for you because they gave me a lot when I was in New York.
They are the nicest people.
They are very good.
And when you order from bodybuilding.com, I order on a Friday. I have the stuff on Monday.
Yeah, it's a 2-day delivery, and these guys have a lot of integrity, and they sell a lot of product, Rick, and they do very well with my product, and I'm really happy with them.
Yeah.
I know the owners, and they're very nice to people. They love bodybuilding. They respect the older guys like us, who've been in the business, because they realize we're the ones that made them get where they're at. We've helped them.
Exactly. What do you think, what's your opinion on bodybuilding today? The size of the guys, the way it's gone, the women, of course, how big they've gotten. Do you like it or don't like it?
Well, I've got a lot of questions on that, and I always try and explain. I'm not putting any of these guys down. I say, but I think basically what's happening now is the general public has actually lost interest in this because they're physiques that people can't relate to.
Right.
Back in the day, you look at a guy like Frank Zane, even Arnold, a guy would say, if I really trained hard enough, I might be able to look like that.
Exactly. I
hate to say it today, you look at the guys and they say, well, do I have to own a drugstore?
Exactly. What do you think about it?
I have mixed feelings about it. In other words, I think that the guys years ago had more aesthetics to the physique, like Frank Zane, those kind of guys, and even Lee Haney, a more recent guy. But on the other hand, as a bodybuilder myself, or a former competitive bodybuilder, I marvel at the amount of muscle mass a guy, even from a physiological standpoint, to see a guy like Jay Cutler walking around at about 5'10", carrying 290 pounds of muscle with deep abs. To me, that's no matter how he did it, it's an amazing accomplishment. It is
amazing.
I stand back. You might not like the look, but what the guy is able to do, or Ronnie Coleman, just mind-boggling.
It is mind-boggling.
The muscle they have,
and it's okay. This is where it's gone.
You have to understand, Rick, this is an extremism. In other words, they're not trying to really appeal to the guy in the street. They're trying to show what they can do. It's kind of like these guys that race cars and go 200 miles an hour, or, climb the big mountain.
Yes,
it's a form of extremism.
It is, but it's extreme because they're competing with each other to see who can be bigger, better, bigger, better, bigger, better. But it was the same thing back in the 70s. Right. We were a chosen few around Muscle Beach, Santa Monica, that were none like anywhere else in this world, and especially outside of Los Angeles. No one was built like us, and we'd go out at night, and that's why the girls did come up and do it. And they said, "My God, I've never seen a guy." I remember taking my shirt off for a girl when she goes, "Oh my God," and she was shaking. Yeah, and then I looked at her and I started shaking because I didn't know what she was going to do to me. I got nervous. So we were like that back then in their eyes, and nowadays it's gone extreme. Like wrestling's gone extreme. Yeah. We got the Ultimate Fighting's gone extreme. Everything is going in real fast motion, like a freeway at 100 miles an hour, and those can't keep up anymore. It's too far out of the element. But that's the way the world works.
I applaud Jerry too for that thing.
You've applauded him. Are your hands sore from applauding him so much?
Yeah.
Actually, they're turning white. Oh, okay.
Hey, shut up! There's somebody in the.
It's a marvel to look at these guys. Because we've done it, and it's like, wow, man, how the hell do they do this? And the average guy looks at it and is like, damn, how am I going to do this? But yes, it's basically a competition against ourselves too, to see how much bigger we.
Also think about when I see some of the huge guys, what's going to happen to these guys?
Yeah, because you're ingesting a lot of drugs that is just way over the limit.
I worry about them myself too. It's like you would think these guys would get physicals every couple of months of what they're doing. I think they need to take better care of their health.
Yeah.
It is a little bit dangerous what's going on, and I just feel sorry that these guys aren't really taking care of themselves the way they should, and they really now need to be visiting a doctor, getting more, blood work to make sure they're
there's certain things you can take when you're older. I mean, like at my age, at 65, my testosterone levels aren't as high. They're not going to be. So I mean, I'm going to take a little stuff just to keep it up there a little bit, because it does make me feel better. I can train harder. I stay harder. My muscles stay harder. I have less body fat because of that, but in moderation. I'm not going to go crazy with it.
Well, Jerry's the one who told me about that. I said, Jerry, this testosterone thing, they keep talking about it. I mean, anytime I have a question about what's going on, I really don't even go to a doctor. I call Jerry up first. Yeah. And Jerry will tell me, he says, like when we were living together, if I got sick and I was going to the doctor, Jerry says, okay, this is probably what's the problem. Go to the doctor and come back and let me know. Every time I went, it was exactly what he was telling me. I mean, this guy could be a doctor. Just put a
You saved him a lot of money.
Yeah, he did.
I never charged him.
He really did. That's right. I owe you now. I do owe you. And matter of fact, I'm getting ready to make a weight loss product with Jerry, and we're actually going to work together on this product. And I know Jerry's the best person to talk to and be a partner with. I mean, he's trustworthy. He's got integrity. Yeah. And I know Jerry for what, 30-something years?
Yeah. Buy Jerry's book.
Yeah,
buy Jerry's book.
And I say that too.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely think it's a must. Hopefully he'll give me one day and autograph it to me. I can take it, when he's famous, and I can look at it.
For about $2 off.
I get $2 off. Oh my God!
Only because you're a friend.
Oh my God! What would it be if he wasn't a friend?
Full price.
I like those discounts. Years ago when we were all younger and we trained, I know we all heard the same thing I'm going to tell you, but people will look at you and say, "What are you going to do when you're 25 years old when all that muscle turns to fat?"
Right.
And you guys out there hear the same thing when you go out at night. Somebody sees you, they like your build, but they're envious of it. Say, "That's all going to turn to fat someday." And you know that muscle doesn't turn to fat. They're two different substances. It's impossible. If you eat like a giant, like he was eating all that meat and milk, and you train, you build muscle, and the day you quit training, you're still eating all those calories, of course you're going to get fat. But that's fat over the top of the muscle. Exactly. That's not fat in the muscle.
Exactly.
It's not intermuscular fat.
People think the muscle itself is turning into fat. I said, that's physically, chemically impossible. No, yeah, it is. You guys are just going to be fat and flabby. I says, well, I guess you've been misinformed, man. But I mean, the muscles are not going to turn into fat. They will atrophy. They will get weaker, get smaller, and then you'll start building up fat around the muscle.
Well, what happens, especially not just bodybuilding athletes, is that they continue to follow the same eating programs as they get older, but they curtail their activity. They stop participating in sports. They stop working out. Where the calories go? Yeah. They were burning it up when they were active athletes, but if you don't adjust your diet downward in relation to your activity, you're going to have to get fat. That's exactly the way it works.
That's exactly.
And of course, by not working out, their muscles atrophy. So to the average person in the street, it does look like they've turned to fat, when in fact, like as you say, one has nothing to do with the other. Yeah. The muscles have atrophied and the fat has built up because they're still taking in too many calories in relation to their activity.
What do you think about too much cardio? Because I had read, and I believe this for a fact, that you can overdo your cardio where you're just burning muscle and you end up looking fatter and smaller.
There is overtraining can exist in any form of exercise. Right. And I see a lot of people at Gold's who do hours of cardio, which makes no sense to me whatsoever. None. And here's what the studies show, Rick. A lot of people have a little bit mistaken notion about this, where they think that any amount of cardio is going to raise cortisol, which is a catabolic hormone. What the studies show is the cortisol starts to rise after 1 hour. So if you keep your cardio to 60 minutes or less, you really don't have to deal with the cortisol. Now, if somebody concerned about losing muscle, what I've been recommending in the recent years is a style called interval training, where you basically use high intensity alternated with low intensity. If you do it that way, you get all the benefits of the fat burning and the cardiovascular benefit in less time. It only takes like 20 to 30 minutes maximum. And you don't touch the muscle at all. So if you're going to do cardio and you're concerned about muscle, that's the best way to do it, because you get the best of both worlds. Right.
If you enjoy the video brought to you by Old School Labs, use my discount code DRASIN12 on the link below at oldschoollabs.com. Hey everyone, now you can have the Gold's Gym logo drawn by me, the artist Rick Drasin, personalized and made out to you and signed by me to frame and put on your gym wall or wherever you see fit to do so. It's a piece of bodybuilding history. It will never be duplicated again. It's the largest selling icon t-shirt logo in the world, and I'm the guy that drew it, and I will draw it for you. Just go to my website, rickdrasin.com, and order there. You can pay through PayPal, and it'll be sent out right away. And be sure to watch Rick's Corner for all the videos on bodybuilding, nutrition, fitness, pro wrestling, and anything that suits your interest as far as getting physically fit and being the best you can be from the golden era of bodybuilding.
He's the equalizer, baby. See you next time.